is Tom Gonzalez, and I'm a community organizer for that is based here in Chicago that works around energy efficiency, sustainability, as well as health. Our motto is that we want smarter energy use for all. And so we are going to be talking a little bit about some of the programs that we administer at Elevate that help lower people's energy bills as well as making their environment a healthier one. We'll also be talking about a little bit about some great programs that will help that you can take part in that are free that help, again, make your home uh, to for questions and answers. At any time, though, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. I will be more than happy to answer, as I will be monitoring the chat box, and I can answer any questions that you might have then as well. So you'll have ample opportunity to ask questions, um, because I understand some of the stuff can be a little confusing, and it's purposely made confusing sometimes. So I just want to make sure that everything is nice and clear, so you're able to take advantage and be able to make smarter energy decisions. But with that said, let's get started with just a little bit of background on Elevate. Illinois Science Energy Innovation Foundation, also known as ISIF, and primarily we design and implement energy efficiency programs, as I mentioned before, to cut costs, to protect the environment, and ensure that the benefits of all energy efficiency reach all people. Again, that is something that we truly, truly care about. We want to make sure that everyone that can take advantage of these programs can do so. A lot of times, the benefits of clean energy don't reach certain people, so we want to go ahead and reverse that trend and really help out. So that way, we can all take part in the benefits. And again, now the energy that is currently flowing through your home or apartment gets there. There are basically three forms of delivery. You are probably taking part in one of these three, either electric utility, with being ComEd, which is directly supplying you. There's also retail electric suppliers. These are basically third party energy suppliers. Um, so, of course, their prices fluctuate. And then there's the municipal aggregation, meaning that a municipality, like I say, Naperville, signs up with a third here in Chicagoland, you're most likely ComEd bill, and no matter who you are with. And the reason that is because they own all the electric lines, all the equipment. So the way the energy is transferred from the plant to your home, the way it's delivered, that is all going through ComEd's equipment. Hence, they get to charge you a delivery. Um, so if you look at the bill here, you'll see on the left hand side and the green shaded area that is supply. That tells you a comment. But a lot of times, folks will get this bill thinking that they are with ComEd, but actually they may have been switched without their knowledge to a third party energy supplier. Um, the ways they do that is sometimes they'll call you, claim that they are a person from ComEd, and they'll say something like, "Hi, my name is Tom, and I just want to let you know that as a long-time ComEd customer, we want to kind of reward you for your loyalty. So we wanted to make sure that you're getting the absolute best rate possible. Could you do me a favor and provide me with your account number?" Okay, your bill starts going up, um, and they don't understand why because they're not using any more energy than they had before. They're still getting that ComEd bill, but for whatever reason, they are paying more. And that's only because you're being charged differently now that you've been switched over to a third party energy supplier. So just know that always take a look down at the bottom, again in that green shaded area. That will let you know who's supplying you your energy. Um, and that way, in case if you see any issues, you want to go ahead and address that because or then you realize major ones, of course, ComEd here in Chicagoland. Ameren tends to cover Southern Illinois. And then you have all these other third party energy suppliers. It gives you what their prices are uh, at that given moment. And you can kind of compare costs. So that way you can see whether you are paying more by being with a third party energy supplier. Another great website, a wonderful resource, and I advise anyone to go check it out because you might be surprised at some of the information you will find. Now, I want to mention about the advanced grid. I won't get too technical here. That would basically record how much energy you were using. Unfortunately, that meter didn't communicate with ComEd or whoever was the energy supplier. So they would have to send someone from the energy company to come out and read that in order to tell how much energy you were using. The problem with that is that if you had, let's say, your backyard closed, or there was a chihuahua in the yard, or there was anything at all that did not allow the employee to feel comfortable to enter the yard to read that, they would just go ahead and give a rough estimate. And of course, many times folks were ending up paying a lot more than they should have. that meter communicates with ComEd or the energy company, letting them know how much energy you're using in real time. So you know exact. So when you get your bill, you are paying exactly what you should be paying. Um, and it's not some estimate. And since 2012, basically, most of Chicagoland has been moved over to the advanced grid. And this allows for some of the programs that I'm going to speak about now. And now I want to talk about, again, one of these programs that does help to lower your energy prices. This is, we call it dynamic pricing, but for that is when the bulk of energy gets used in basically Chicagoland. Why that is, factories are churning, people's offices are open, people are at home or at an office turning on their air conditioning, watching TV, going to school. So that is when the demand is at its highest. Of course, that also means that increases the price of energy. And of course, it has an impact on the environment because we are using more resources. Dynamic pricing, what that allows, and which is a program that is required by the law, is meant to help benefit. And drying for early in the morning, meaning let's say 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, or later in the evening after 6 p.m. When you're on dynamic pricing, you will be using not only less energy, but it'll be costing you less. And I'm going to show you exactly why that is. So if you are a common customer, current common customer, most likely you are paying what is called a fixed price. That means that no matter what time of day, you are paying the exact same price. Most likely, this changes twice a year. I believe previously it was 7 point. That may be actually back to 6.1 as prices tend to fall once we enter the fall. But that means that no matter what time of day, you're paying the exact same price. However, if you are doing hourly pricing, so then the price changes hourly. It all depends on demand. And so it does fluctuate. But what you will see in the next slide is that, and just keep this one in mind, that you're most likely be paying somewhere around 6.1 right now. That's what you're paying. And I can show you what that would be if you were paying, actually subscribe to the hourly pricing. You will find a website which is uncommon, or you can just simply go to Google and type ComEd's hourly pricing program. It should bring you to a page kind of giving you the more background information about the program. And in there, there's actually a live graph of what the prices are currently at that hour. So this is an old example. This is from July 14th, 2019. You will see here, so the 2 p.m. would have been the actual time. At that point, people were paying on average about 2 point that pushes it above 6, or above what the fixed price is. But I can guarantee you that is very rare. You might see that once a month. It might last for about an hour or so. These fluctuations are just because of the market demand, but you will find that for the most part, the average on a monthly basis will be anywhere between 2.5 to about 3.9. You will be paying several cents lower with this hourly pricing program. When I first signed up, I didn't make any drastic change. Um, and even without making a change, the first month we saw a $30 decrease in our bill. The second month, it was the savings were a little more modest, about $20. Um, and since then, it has fluctuated. When we are more mindful and we're washing our clothes in the morning, or in the evening, when we are conserving energy during the middle of the day, we save more money, and we don't have to do much. It's just being mindful. You walk out of the room, turn off the light. If no one's watching the TV, turn that off. Those little steps will make a difference. Granted, you're not going to be going to your feet